Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing new week. Currently it is Monday and let's get straight into the charts. As you can see, Bitcoin right now locally in our range has broken above the value area high after holding the high volume node, basically the POC and the weekly pivot. We did not actually hit the weekly pivot. As you can see, we front ran it for about 10 to $20, as you can see right here. But even though still we got a nice move towards the upside, and right now Bitcoin is struggling at the previous high right here, which is also the new weekly R1, which is basically around 90k. And as you can see, we did got a wick all the way up towards 90.5k, but as you can see right now we are potentially going back down. But the stock market would be opening in around 45 minutes, basically New York open, and the stock market on the pre-market trading, as you can see, is being a very bullish. The S&P 500, if we go on a hard time frame, you can see right here we did flip back into this support to resistance flip, which we had acting as support. We lost one time. We struggled to break above it, so it was acting as resistance, as you can see, and right now we flipped it back into support again. So as long as the S&P 500 holds this level, then I would not be surprised if we see the all-time highs of the stock market taken out. And of course, if the stock market takes out the all-time high, this will help Bitcoin get this push that it needs, basically. As you can see on the bigger range that we have been right here since the $80,000 hit, we are also rejecting from the point of control. Basically, you can see the POC right here and the value area high is sitting around 91.5k. Also, our 618 still sitting at 94,000 and our monthly pivot also sitting there. So very important levels for Bitcoin. We might get as I said, another rejection to the downside, basically on Monday. It all depends how the New York Open goes. Basically, if the stock starts aggressively dumping on the open to the downside, then of course Bitcoin will also follow and get a fake out, potentially another retest to the downside, or at least another retest of the weekly pivot, which is around 87.7k. But it is also very possible that we bounce from here, as you can see, and we go straight up to test the value area high or the weekly R2, which is sitting at around 91.5k. Basically, this is going to take us just 1.8, basically around 2% to the upside, so nothing much, but still Bitcoin needs to have this relief pump to the upside. Now on a macro outlook, as you can see on the weekly time frame, we are also looking like we are due for a correction. You can see right here, after front running this level, Bitcoin is up around let's see, 11%, but in my opinion, if we do get this Christmas relief rally, we are going to see potentially this moving average retested right here. So this will take us all the way up potentially to 97.1k or 20% correction from the bottom. And then eventually Bitcoin might reject from here and go down to actually test the 886 deeper retracement Fibonacci level before going up again. This is, in my opinion, how on the macro time frame Bitcoin is going to be playing out. Let's see. During this move up, as you can see, we do have quite a bit of open interest coming into the market. We are also seeing some nice, not that much volume like last time, but we do have some decent volume coming into the market. And also we are trading above the daily VWAP. As you can see right here, the delta is also going up, so pretty solid move right here. The only thing that concerns me basically is the volume, since we don't have much volume into the market right now, but overall open interest and CVD are looking good. Also, we are still above the daily VWAP, but as I said, we do have in about 40 minutes the New York Open. So when the New York Opens comes, we might see a sharp rejection, basically sharp dump towards those lows right here before price reverses to the upside, in my opinion. Or we might just continue down and not get a Christmas rally at all. Of course, it can go both ways. Nothing is for sure, and all of this that I'm saying is not a financial advice. Always do your own research before trading or investing anything. Let's see the liquidations. We do have taken out the liquidation sitting around 90.6k. As you can see this week, that got us up there. And right now we have liquidity left towards the downside at exactly around 84.1k. So as I said, since it is a Monday and we have not had the New York Open yet, we can basically go down there to sweep this liquidity before reversing and testing the macro level that we have right here. Now let's look at Ethereum. Let's see. Basically this macro range we have also broken above the value area high, as you can see. And right now we have not yet tested the EMAs, but we are still above the weekly pivot. So things are looking pretty nice for Ethereum as well. Let's see on the macro outlook for ETH. We are still remaining above the 618, but we have not yet tested again the monthly pivot. We need to see Ethereum break above basically 3160 and flip this level as support basically before we can consider price going higher. Solana right now also sitting, as you can see, exactly a bit above the macro value area low. Solana, as I said previously, of course not a financial advice, but in my opinion, if this range still is still valid, basically this would be a very nice buy opportunity for Solana, be it either on a long futures or if you want to grab a spot back, this would be in my opinion a pretty nice level to get some Solana. Of course, there is this scenario that we actually break down of this range and Solana goes back into bear market territory from 2022 and 2023 basically. This is also a very possible scenario, so you gotta be careful with those altcoins. It doesn't matter if it's Solana in the top 5 or ETH, basically the second largest. If it's not Bitcoin, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be also careful with Bitcoin, but with the altcoins you gotta be even more careful. Fear and Greed index remaining right now at 29. Basically still nothing new here. ETF inflows, we still don't have any data for today. Since it is just Monday, we don't still have any info if we see a buy on the spot ETFs or not. But in my opinion, we are going to see a sell-off again, but this will be found out tomorrow. Funding rates right now still remaining positive on the major exchanges. Also nothing new here. The news for this week, we do have some news coming in today, and we also do have on Wednesday unemployments, and on Friday we do have options or futures expiring for Bitcoin, so this will also bring some volatility in the markets as well. So be very careful as well trading those 2 days. And I think this covers it for today, guys. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.